episode 5, right? So we brought our Med Cups today because we're happy, right? We gave baby brother a little bit of love. No, we gave baby brother a little bit of love, right?
Yeah,
oh,
they needed that because they were struggling.
I think
they had like one win in the last 6 months.
They needed it. We helped them. It's like charity. It's like, here you go, guys. Good, good looks. But I can't stand Yankee fans. And again, Ron, why can't you stand Yankee fans? Well, look what just happened. Look how they get when they get a little bit of success, little bit.
2 wins and they got it.
They got it. And to your point, we were talking before. We're like, listen, you still gotta see DeGrom. You still gotta see Scherzer, and you still gotta see DeGrom again.
And Bassett. I think Bassett's nice.
That's elite.
I like his delivery. He's nice. He's calm. He's relaxed.
And I was talking baseball with Oscar and Ron.
Yeah,
seriously.
but
go for it.
Gotta give Judge a shout out.
Nah, Judge is doing his thing.
Especially playing on on his he's like, I'm gonna sign a 1-year deal, and I'm gonna
bank on myself. Bank on myself.
And
I like that.
And now the Yankees, you guys have a big problem this offseason. You see that wallet? And you're broke. The Yankees they know that, bro. George Steinbrenner's,
Yeah.
Rest in peace to you. You were probably a great guy. That's it. Now y'all broke. Now y'all, on layaway. You can't put Judge on layaway though.
No, my God, I hate Yankee fans.
They can't afford Judge. Judge is gonna ask for $400 million.
He should. Why not?
So good luck. That guy's hitting 48 bombs. He has 300 batting average.
Yep.
You got a bigger problem in your hands than the Mets because you're not making it to you're gonna make it to the playoffs, but
for what? Arresting me for what?
Yeah,
it's over.
He's gone.
No, it's fun too because I was talking to like Logan and stuff, and I'm trying to get him more. He's playing baseball, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to get into sports and stuff, and he's like, Yankee fans, they're the worst. I was like, all right, not the worst thing to say, but now he says it every time he sees a Yankee logo, so people look at him and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, he's 5, so what do you do? Fight a fucking fight?
My daughter's the same way. My daughter's always like, Daddy, I don't like Yankees.
Yeah.
I hate their logo. I hate everything about them. I'm just like,
we're doing good as parents. We're doing something right.
Yes. And she's like, Daddy, you know anybody that likes the Yankees? Because I don't like them. And I'm like,
that's good. It's good, baby. I love that.
I was the same age. I was the same way at age.
When did you learn that other kids, right? At when I go to the park, right? You learn that you're not all kids are raised the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Logan is very I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna make friends. And there's some kids who are just literally can stay on the slide all day, up and down. They won't say a word to anybody, and they're so happy.
I like that, independent.
You think so?
So yeah, you learn that.
How's Mia? When she goes and she makes friends. When you go to the park with Mia,
these kids are different, bro.
Yeah.
I was raised, as a kid.
Yeah.
Your parents go to the park. That's it. You're MIA. You don't see them again.
No, it's not that bad, Oscar. They were there on the bench.
No, bro. When I was in 5th grade, my mom would be like, "All right, Oscar,
get home.
Mia's age.
You live that way."
She would say I'm like, Mom, can I go outside? She's like, yeah, and that's it.
That's different though.
Now I come home when I come home.
I'll go to
the park by myself.
Yeah.
I'll go to every park by myself. 88th Street Park, 64 Park.
All the parks.
Walk around and make my own friends. I remember I'll go home when something would happen to me, I'll tell my mom would be like,
that's crazy.
¿Quién te manda? That was my mom's way of saying reprimand.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then seeing Mia's age where she's 9, it's a little different.
These kids
they just want to hang out. I don't blame them too because they don't know how to socially. They think that's cringe. They think oh my God, talking to people. Cringe.
That's crazy.
Talking to people in person is so cringe.
Imagine what we had to do, right? We had to make blank CDs for a girl that we liked, and we're like, hey baby girl.
There.
Yeah. So he's like, hey baby girl, here's this. I downloaded LimeWire. Downloaded these songs before I left school.
Fucked up my dad's computer.
How did your dad fix viruses on your computer?
I did. My dad didn't know he used computer. What the fuck? I was.
So you would put the virus on the computer, and then you would have to fix it?
So I was like the technician in my house.
No shot.
I swear, bro. What do you mean? I used to fix it, bro. They thought I was a whiz. My parents thought I was a whiz. They'd be like, I would come home, the TV would have a blue screen. They're like, "Hey, yo, Ramfi." I would come. I'd be
I'm sorry.
shut the fuck up. I would come, and I'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And they'd be like, "Oh, the TV is broken."
Oh, input.
I'll go like this. I'll be like, that's it, done. But they would look at me and I'll walk out, go grab some milk, and they'd be like, and they would talk about me and tell it, and it's in the phone. They'll call DR like, "Ay, mi hijo genio."
He's the one that fixes everything. My grandma's still like
la casa y todo.
No,
I remember one time. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a real true story. I was in DR, and I was in the capital, and I had managed to get a hold of the internet. And
how old were you?
I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
Third grade. 2001.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I'm showing my age. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Go.
There's a microphone attached to this computer. So I don't know how I did it. I downloaded an app called Dial Pad.
Okay.
And I called my parents.
And you were
from-
talking from the
yeah.
computer. So it was like WhatsApp before WhatsApp.
And they were like, I was talking to them, and they were like,
how are you doing this?
¿Qué está pasando? How you calling me? And I'm like, I just did it. And they were like, ay, mijo, un genio.
I think he's,
And in their head, they're like, we're not gonna have to pay for college. He's so smart. No more college. He's getting a scholarship.
Next thing you know, we're waiting for Biden to just tell us, by the way, your loans are
Shout
done.
out to Biden, yeah.
Yo, that's the thing. Like,
honestly, by my boy Biden, you're a little too late, my guy.
my guy, what are we
I already
doing?
paid my $30K in loans.
That's,
but-
you had loans?
I told you this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, that shit hurt.
That's
why all these years everybody was like, yo, I got a new Infinity. And I'm like,
how.
I paid off my loans. And they're like, yeah, good for you, bro.
That's
I swear to God, bro. I finished paying off my loans in 2020.
That a boy, Oscar.
Because during COVID, the former president,
Trumpito.
Trumpito said, COVID's hitting hard. Interest rates are going to be 0. And I took advantage. I said, everything's going to be on forbearance.
Okay.
So I got like a huge check and I just threw it through like $5,000 payments in my loans.
And the guys were like, if you're going to do that, we'll lower it. That's good.
No, it was at 0 during COVID because no one had a job.
Yeah.
So I paid it off in May 2020.
That's right. How's work going? What do you do again? I forget.
Right now I'm like a community organizer and I work with schools. So I hang out with the community.
So you hang out with the community at the schools.
So I have like 60 hours overtime hanging out with the. I sit down with the kids and then no one wants to talk to me about making money.
It's important, man. It's important.
Yeah.
No, I think loans are like I'm fortunate.
kids.
I'm fortunate enough to not have any college loans, which is a blessing. But then I have buddies. Like I have friends who are like, oh yeah, like I got 120.
That's got so what I would do is every year. So I sign up for financial aid. Everybody's like, yo, college is free. Just sign up for financial aid.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Financial aid was like, yo, your parents make too much money. I went to my parents. I'm like, listen, someone's lying. Financial aid says y'all make money. And y'all don't want to pay for me. So do you love me? And my parents were like, listen, we're broke.
We're broke as shit. We can't.
Exactly.
It's true.
So then I'm like, all right. So then they're like, just file. I had to file FAFSA. And then every year, like around September, August, I would have to go up there and file a loan.
Yeah.
And every year that you're like a freshman year, it's a high interest.
Yeah.
Your sophomore year, it lowers down.
Yeah,
and you can increase in size.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had like at the end of it, I took out like 21K, but with interest, it went up to 30K.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2014, and they give you like a 6 month to like 9 month.
To pay off 30K. Like, oh yeah, whatever you
The
need.
interest rate's at 0. Then they're like, all right, welcome to reality.
It goes up.
Well, bang. And then you're like, oh.
That's crazy, bro.
And I would just pay off.
Little by little.
Like, yo, you got the new Yeezys? Nah, I paid off my loan.
I paid off my loan.
I can't even brag about that. Like, I would take screenshots of my loan payments and shit. Like, yeah, your boy's doing
another
things
one.
and girls.
Ain't nothing better than getting paid, right? Getting
I
paid.
want hookah Hennessy.
Nah,
Sorry.
I'm good. Hookah Hennessy? Why would I do that? Child support.
Yeah.
Take it. Loans. Take it. Car payment. Take it. I'm not trying to be at the club. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's a good life we got,
try to
baby.
look responsible, but that's how it was. And then now Biden comes here in 2022 saying like 20K forgiven. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you have to make like 150 a year to not qualify.
Is there a way to like? Are you think
Which means no one.
You think there's people who are gonna be like, well, I was in college, but I didn't take a loan, but because of it, I have a credit card, so I need you to pay off my credit card.
I mean, there's always like I haven't read everything about it because it happened today.
Yeah.
But I don't think Biden's gonna fall for that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's even in charge. I think he just signed it because I think. All right, can I go back into deep talk?
Yeah, go for it.
I think what happens is he sees older people are not contributing to the economy, and he sees the younger people that are supposed to be contributing to the economy at this point in their lives, which is from 25 to like 35. They're supposed to be like going on trips, buying houses, doing all this shit, buying cars. They're not doing it. So he's like, I'm fucking the economy up because these are the spenders. They're supposed to be the spenders, and they're not. So they're like, fuck, we have to find somewhere to bail them out. So he's gonna do that, and he's probably gonna drop like another recession check. Like, yo, what's good?
Take care.
Two racks.
And what happens? People at the club. You got people going to Miami. People going to Cancun, Puerto Rico, and we're like, bro, we just want to take care of our stuff with this.
Daddy Biden's like, oh, Daddy Biden hit me with 2K, 2 racks. Got that new Gucci belt. It's like, bro, no.
That's not what we needed it for.
That's not the point. You're supposed to go buy chopped cheeses from the deli.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's my
Deep
talk.
When I was little, I thought like, hey, if you could be the president, that's the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think you could pay me now to be the president. Like, bro, that's
I'll be the president right now.
No,
I'm mad lit.
No,
bro. He has a different take on it.
Bro,
if I was the president right now, I'd be so lit. Look at Eric Adams. He had the best summer of the year.
He's not even Dominican.
Everyone talks about it. He had the best summer of the year. He threw a party. He threw a kickback, a coro, a teteo in his crib. Then after that, like the next day at the Ecuadorian parade, you remember that? He was in Ecuador. I'm Ecuadorian now. Then he goes to some other parade. He goes to all the parades. Everything that goes on.
He claims the nationality.
He's over here breaking fucking walls down. He does whatever he wants.
I love New York, baby.
Always got with the fresh ball. I saw a video of him shooting hoops.
Yeah.
The next hour, he's doing dips. Like, bro, this guy is doing everything but his job. Who's better than him? Who's better than him? So you're telling me he's the mayor of New York?
Yeah.
What's Biden doing? That man's sleeping.
He's falling off a bike.
That man's chilling. Like, catching
COVID.
COVID. He caught COVID so many times. You know how much time you get off for having COVID at work?
I don't know.
He's catching that shit like nothing.
Do you think that, like I don't know. I don't know if I would want to be like the president or like if I would want to have like an insane amount of money. Like what's this guy? Musk. Like I don't know if I would like. What would you rather like?
Musk is chilling too, bro. Musk just writes something on Twitter like, "Yo,
I'm buying it. Mine
he writes something like, "Oh, this is how much power Elon Musk has."
Yeah.
He'll be like, "What do you want to? What do you like the most? What's the most expensive thing you like?"
I don't know. I think about it all the time. I always think
You
about
like iPhones.
Yeah.
You're like, "Yo, iPhone is trash." The next day, Apple stock drops 40%.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Everyone getting iPhones because they dropped the price."
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what he does. And
So
then,
think about it.
you can't regulate that dude because he's using his free speech, but he just be, whenever he wants to buy something cheaper, like stocks and something, he just shits on them.
He's just smart. He's just so smart.
That man's playing a different game, and then he has followers like a whole fan of people
like an actual like this is
that
who
love
we
this
are.
man. They think whatever he says is gospel, and they just fucking eat his whatever he says, and then that's what you got.
I don't know what I would do with all that money. I think I would.
It
I
goes
would
back
want.
to my bad. It goes back to like what I said. People idolize celebrities. Elon Musk is at this point is a celebrity.
Oh
so.
yeah. I mean, I met him as a celebrity. I didn't meet him as like a tech guru or any of that shit.
Yeah, and that dude comes from a lot of money. So he just says shit, and like whatever he says, he's like, he could be like, "Yo, we're gonna cancel this person. Troops go," and they just.
I wish we had that.
Like Dogecoin, like 2 years ago, where he was like,
stupid little dog.
that dude was like, "Yo, it's
I still don't understand Bitcoin. Like I've watched videos on it. You know, everyone's done it. Who here hasn't been on YouTube? Like, what is Bitcoin? And you watch the video.
Especially during COVID, where everybody's just making money.
Yes. No, it's true. Like, you watch a YouTube video, you're like, what is Dogecoin? What is Bitcoin? And you're like, after the 10 minutes, you're like, and you skip a little bit, and you're like,
and people try to break it down for you, like Dogecoin. All it is a virtual coin, and you put the algorithm.
You can buy cigarettes.
You put the blockchain, and then the blockchain, and then like they can't track it because government tracks you, and you're like,
that makes sense.
Also,
$10. I cannot stand because you said government, right? Tracking. There's no scenario where like Ronald Douglas Barillas, is worried about what the government, like if the government's watching what I'm doing.
I am.
Why are you like this? No, dude, why do you care why do you, like, dog, if they're watching.
This is why we have a podcast, by the way.
This is the reason, right?
Two different minds.
No, but like, it's true. If the government wants to go to me and be like, hey, what are you looking on YouTube? What's your search? Like, I don't give a shit. You think I give a shit? Like, first of all, why are you looking at what I'm doing? Like, you want to see like the top 10 Batman animated films? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this isn't. What, Oscar? You and your tinfoil conspiracies all the time.
Shout out to the founding fathers. But basically, you just don't want, like, at some point, there has to be a separation between who you are as a person and the government.
But dog, they don't.
So but the fact that they're in your life,
you think they care what you're doing?
It's kind of dangerous.
Oscar, you think they care what you're doing?
But they do. See, you say that, but they do.
For what?
You don't think your phone's tapped at all?
Who cares? You think
tap people that matter? Like that's the problem. When you're like
that I think that might be my thing too.
When you're going after everyone, when you're like, there's 300 million people in this country, and you're just like looking through everybody doing their laundry. You know, there's one perverted guy that works with all that access, like, oh shit, Ronald Barilla's nudes.
Okay, first of all,
that's weird.
No nudes, but if you want,
but let's say like, okay, or then he goes through your shit, and goes, oh, he sees, oh, your shit or your kid's shit. It's just too much access, and I feel like there has to be a separation between country and person. You
think that the government cares what we do? That's my thing. Like,
they do.
They don't care.
They do, bro. What are you saying?
They don't care.
What are you?
No, they do. What?
They do. They do, bro. They do.
For what? I don't understand it.
I mean, bro, that's because you're thinking like here, and they're thinking.
But for what? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, it's under the guise of like freedom and protection from an attack. But ultimately, it could be used many ways. You know, this country is,
maybe you could be president.
Basically, man. Like, for example, if they know everything about you, right? Yeah. It's easier to sell to you, correct?
Yeah.
Imagine I'm a car salesman and I already know your age,
Yeah.
your background,
Mm-hmm.
how many kids you have,
All that good stuff.
your girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
I know everything. Your
Everything.
Your
You got it
wealth.
all. It's all yours.
So I could easily come up to you like, all right, Ron, I already know what car you want. You want this one?
So then, but why is that bad? Why should I not be?
I mean,
put the best products for me in front of me.
Because now you feel like it's kind of almost guilty. Like
how is it guilty?
Because I'm gearing products to you.
I work in advertising,
but that's not fair.
No,
I should be able to like make my opinion.
You can have whatever opinion you want.
I should be able to make my
based
opinion,
on what you...
But like I should be able to make my opinion blindly, not with you saying, "Oh, look, I got this new Chevy this, and it has a TV for your son.
Yeah,
it has a makeup thing for your girlfriend, and guess what? For you,
what we got?
It has the
ESPN app right there. That sounds like a great car.
Basically like
sign me up. I want that car. How's that bad?
It's wrong.
How?
Because they already know that you're gonna give your money.
They're tailoring something to what I like. That's not wrong.
But then you're gonna use that money to buy a need.
I need a new car
instead of a necessity.
I need a new car.
But do you need a new car?
Okay.
No, you don't. Your car works perfectly.
That's right. You're wrong.
No, your car works perfectly.
Dog, there's nothing wrong with like it being
I'm right.
No, you're not. Because I do think like if you maybe it's because I work in advertising.
So you think a new car every year is good?
Not every year. When your lease is up or your
but
whatever, however.
But that's how these advertisements gets you.
No.
Yeah, they're like, but they'll look at you like, Ron, because they already know who you are. I see you got that 2015 Chevy, whatever. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit's old. They're gonna hit you with that, and you're gonna be like, "No, what do you mean it's old?" Because now they're gonna because they know everything about you. They know your insecurities, correct?
Sure.
They're gonna get you with that. They're gonna get you with that, man. And that's just. But now we're talking about the government. It's just not. You have to have a separation. Like you can't have the government intruding so much in your personal liberties. Like you have to be your own person.
Yeah, but I don't think them listen. Like I don't think that if the first of all,
at the end of the day, it's a person listening. Like the person's hired to listen to your conversations.
Yeah, but you think that there's a person.
And there's creeps, bro. There's creeps in every. That's one thing you don't understand. There's creeps in every profession on earth.
I will say that. Like,
bro, you heard about that anesthesia? In Brazil.
No.
He was wilding. That he was like, goes to get surgery.
Talk about something.
He would like do.
So give me
that Netflix documentary where he was performing like abortions on women and getting women pregnant. Some wild shit on Netflix.
Oscar, you've seen like 4 different things.
Brother, it's just a lot of fucked up shit. When you put people in power with power,
yeah,
that's what happens. You put a lot of trust in them to not abuse that power.
That's fair, but I do think that I don't care if the government wants to listen to my conversation. I don't think they are.
You think the government is one person? When you forget, government employs many people. They employ like 40,000, 50,000 people to hear a conversation.
Bro.
And they have like little words that go like this. Like, let's say you're on the phone and you're like, yeah, I'm going to give you that bomb tonight.
Penis.
They'll be like, oh, we heard bomb. And then you have a dude listen to your conversation like this. Oh, bomb.
What do you think?
They flag your
combo.
combo.
What do you think someone's been like, hey, sweetheart, I'm going to give you that bomb.
Try it. Start using big words. I'm telling you, you're going to have the government like this.
Bomb.
You're going to have the government.
Yo.
Ronald, come outside real quick. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
What is it, KGB in Russia when they were wilding out there?
Bro, and where did that come from?
Yeah, government.
You don't see it. Like,
so what do we do? Where do we move? We go to Australia and fight kangaroos that punches all day?
The government like, yo, chill.
Stop.
You know, like, no. But exactly. That's how you get to a point where people start getting paranoid. No. That's like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
You get to a point where people start getting paranoid where they're like, yo, I can't say certain words because I don't want to be on anybody's list.
Is it like North Korea like that? Like where
my brother in North Korea, they think Kim Jong-il, whatever his name is, went to the moon. I swear to God, this is not even a lie.
Don't they
he
think
teaches the kids in school
that he's like the strongest person on earth?
The best looking, strongest person. So in their head, they're warped to think that they need a man like him because he is the ideal perfection.
Oh my God, that's actually insane, dog.
And then it gets worse. You know North Korea's like average height expectancy was like really high, and then as soon as they came into office, it like decreased because there's no food. They're not eating food to grow.
What are they eating?
My brother, he gets all the like. It gets deep.
It's bad.
It gets deep. I'm not trying to make this into like because I already went down that lane, but
we're off.
Just know your boy be on TikTok.
More importantly,
on Wikipedia.
I had this conversation.
I felt like this shit like,
you know what,
listen, guys, I'm not a typical guy.
Bro, no, you are. Oh, Oscar, you are.
I just feel like I feel like I pay enough to the government, right? Get out of my business. Leave me alone.
I will say,
Leave me alone.
I will say, there is no worse feeling like when your paycheck comes in and you see like your pay, and you're like, this is lit. And then you see like taxes, and you're like, why am I left with $1.50? Like,
you know about Biden? What he wants to do?
What he wants to do?
Any transaction over $500,
Yeah,
gets flagged by the IRS.
good thing I'm broke, so I don't make transactions.
No, okay, but let's say you want to buy those nice Space Jam Jordans.
The
The guy goes, it's 510. You're like, I hit you with 5. IRS goes,
my man,
I need them taxes.
that's crazy.
And they want you to include drug deals and everything. Anything illegal. They don't give a fuck. They just want their money.
Well, I don't do drugs, so I don't really. But just
you
thank
know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. When you're like condoning illegal drug sales and you're like,
You know one of my favorite things?
we don't care what you do. Just give me the money.
You know what's crazy?
What's next?
Yeah.
Prostitution.
Yeah.
It,
Colombia. Colombia's got it figured out. They don't really care. They literally don't care. I don't know. You know one of my pastimes, I'm just jumping all over the place. I love, my new favorite thing is like asking my mom and my grandma like if they've done things that are bad. Because like think about it, right? What's been bad when they were younger and when we were young? I asked my grandma if she's ever smoked weed. And like she almost died. She was like, how could you think that me, your grandmother, would ever smoke weed? Like, yeah, she was like, how, papacito, como? Like, how would you think that? I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, you ever smoke weed? She's like, I know. I asked my mom, like, have you been to a strip club? She was like, how, like, why would you even think that? When Logan asked me those questions, well, you know.
so what do you say about society?
I think that, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah kind of thing, right? Like, we're pretty bad. Or our parents have been lying to us. Either our parents were wilding. No. Oscar, you've got to come to I think there's a time when you learn that you're like, you know what? Maybe my mom and my dad aren't these people that were so great.
I think like they were wilding and like for their time they were wilding.
No.
I
think wilding has been constant.
Nah.
No.
Bro.
Not your mom, right? Not your dad.
In general, I'm just thinking like I think this is my theory. I think what we do right now is pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
It's considered wilding.
Yeah.
I think for them was extreme.
Okay.
They pushed their envelope in their own way, and without them, they wouldn't be this.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Like everything falls in line. So like, what our great grandparents did caused our parents to do what they did.
Yeah.
And then now came to this. So so the next generation is gonna be bugged the fuck out. It's just like that. That's what I think it is.
I love that because we got kids. So that's great.
Because like it's like that's how it is. Unfortunately, that's what it is. Like
yeah.
Back in the day, like they didn't give a fuck about marijuana. People like it's like baseball. Now these players do like designer steroids. Back then they were doing greenies.
Yeah.
And you asked me this steroids, like I would never. But they didn't have it wasn't even available.
Yeah.
And you can't even get inside the club. You can't even
go outside the club.
You can't even do steroids. It's not even available. You're taking greenies. You're taking fucking peas and spinach. You can't.
You can't do that. No.
You can't do HGH. So that I don't think like they had this ton of drugs available.
Yeah.
And like also our parents came from Latin America. Like you ask like the average Caucasian American, yeah, they were wilding.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, the 60s were wild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They, you ask like the Greeks were wilding in the old times. They were out here wilding.
No, they were. Think about it.
They were doing some crazy stuff.
Roman times were pretty bad.
Yeah, they were doing some
and no one talks about it. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
They just go about it, but like Latin Americans now, we were just.
I can think about that too. Like, the
most we did, pyramid, cut someone's head off, let it roll down.
No, it's like
apocalypto vibes.
No, just think about it.
That's all we did. We just sacrificed people
Kids are so mean.
And do rain dances. But like everybody else,
kids are so mean. Because I think about when Apocalypto came out, and then we had our friend, and we were like, "Yo, that's your family." And he didn't talk to us for like a week because he was like, "Don't say that." Don't. I'm like, well, that really is your like.
It goes farther. I used to call him Jaguar Paul. Because that's Apocalypto's main character. Like, yo, Jaguar. He used to get tight. But then, I would suit it over. I'd be like,
no,
he was a warrior. He survived. You watch the movie. He won. He's the prota. He's the protagonista. He won. He's the hero. So like, and he was badass.
The thing is, like,
you watch the movie. That movie is fire.
Yeah, Apocalypse is a great movie.
Not a one word of English, and you're engaged.
Do you think
Mel Gibson?
How are like bullying nowadays versus how we were kids? Like, what do you think is worse? Like, what do you think you're more equipped for? Like how we were bullied when we were kids, or when you were?
I want to hear your take on this.
It's so like, here's the fucked up part. Here's the messed up part. People tell me, they're like, I'm gonna do it. Yo, Ron, like, were you bullied? I was like, I don't think I was ever bullied. And then everyone's like, well, because you were the bully. I was like, I don't think I was a bully. I don't think I was a bully.
Guys, if he bullied you, hit us up.
I'm sorry.
He already punched some kid into talent. If you were
Dimitri, shut
if
up.
you were bullied
No, I don't think
and
I
you
was.
want compensation with a shot in a form
No,
of a shout
all right,
out.
this isn't funny.
contact
This
us.
is not funny, but
Got
this
it.
is like, I'll never forget. In my school, we were a private Christian school. So religion was huge in my school, you know, like it was humongous. The girls in my school figured out, if they wanted to get out, because you couldn't cut at my school, but if you wanted to get out of class, you know what they would do? They would all go to the bathroom and lock the bathroom door, and they would just hang out there. And when the teacher would come and be like, what the fuck, you've been here for 40 minutes, they'll be like, oh, we were praying. We felt a moment with God. So that's why we couldn't go to class.
That shit wouldn't fly much.
That is crazy. And I remember
It works though.
all those boys would be like we try to do that. We're like, we had them like, shut the fuck up, go back to like. But the girls, because the girls were saints,
Girls are innocent. That's
you
why.
couldn't tell them nothing, and they knew too. They would get back to class.
It's like Ariana Grande said,
Talk to me.
God is a woman.
I thought you were gonna say pussy robot.
Oh no. But no.
Could you date a celebrity?
You're going all over the place.
I'm
today.
just jumping today. You think you could like you think you can date like you? Let's say you're working one day, right? Whatever. Celebrity walks past you.
What's up, celebrity?
What's up, girl? What's up, celebrity?
What's up,
How we
girl?
doing? And she's like,
You looking
you know
all
what?
good and shit. You looking all celebrity and shit.
Why are you looking so fucking thick?
All famous and shit. All these.
A
followers.
celebrity goes to you and like, hey,
What's up,
you're
girl?
like, we should get dinner. You
You
can.
paying? You should then you should you paying.
What would like you go with a celebrity? What would you do? Like, what would be like your game plan? You're like a celebrity. Like, let's just say I don't know, Becky G, right? Becky G sees you and she's like, you're like, yo, let's grab dinner. She's like, you know what? I will grab dinner with you. You take the bill. You let her pay. How you do it?
Oh wait. Oh shit. So like, come on, bro. Like so, it's just it gets really wild. So like, this will never happen. I wouldn't even want this because you know I haven't. I really wouldn't though, because she's mad short. But I have a girl, and my girl's tall. So so whatever. If this was with Becky,
right.
with Becky G,
All right,
right? Hold on, I got you right now.
Becky G sees you. She goes, you know what? You're super attractive.
And I'm single.
And you're single.
All right.
Becky G goes to you, single Oscar. Hey, let's go get dinner sometime. What, you go to dinner. You pay for her meal, or you let her pay. How do you do that?
It gets tricky because, like, for example, if I pay for the meal now, I'm overcompensating because I know I'm broke. I can't pay for the meal she wants. So I could pay for a meal that that fits my price range.
So I thought about this the other day.
Because she's like, oh, let's go to fucking.
Because to them, that's
let's
nothing.
let's go to the salt dude.
Oh yeah, the salt bay guy. Yeah.
The salt dude, and I'm like, shit. He's like, oh, the bill's $10K.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm over here going into my savings to pay for this meal.
Yeah.
And now what? Now next date, she's like, oh, let's go to Salt Bay ×2. And I don't have the money.
I can't, babe. I can't do that.
Now what? Now she's like, oh, I thought you had it. Now you don't have it.
But you think celebrities would know if they're dating like us casual, simple jacks?
They will if you let it down. Listen, girl, you know right now.
Like, you met me as a librarian.
I'm great, but I don't have.
I don't got the money part, but I got everything else.
Other than that, I'm good.
I've had this theory.
And
right?
you gotta like overcompensate in other areas.
I think I might have got to.
You gotta be really funny.
Yep.
Very funny.
Nice
I'm saying.
eyes. Yep.
Funny works. Look, that's the key in life.
It is true.
Being funny.
If you can make someone laugh
And smile all the time.
Oh yeah, make someone laugh, be happy. Like that works 9 out of 10 times. Because like there used to be like, you remember when like being like, bro, I'm hood, bro. Like like that was a cool thing to do. That like nowadays, like if you're that guy, it's pretty bad. Like you don't want to be
hood and funny.
a little bit of both.
You always win.
Put that in your fucking thing. I had this theory when I was younger. I think I might have got it from you. I used to tell myself, I'm like, if you put me on a date with any celebrity, like who were my crushes growing up? Halle Berry.
Really?
The Pink Ranger from Power Rangers.
Fire.
Right?
Kimberly was fire.
Whatever. If you put me in a room with a celebrity for an hour, I would get a second date. That's what I always said.
Ooh. How did I put you onto this?
I don't know. I think it's your confidence exuded on me. I was just like, I can do this. I was like, I can like just be with, like, I can do this. I can, yeah.
You know what's crazy? If I had a date, like, you know what? I just look at it with celebrities. I think it's hard, man, because like they've been exposed to so much shit.
They also don't know things, which is why you could
They
be
don't
like,
know
oh, you can go to Nobu and get dinner at Nobu, or have you ever been to a drive-through? And they'll be like, oh my god, it's so crazy.
Unless she's from
The hood,
the Bronx.
Cardi B.
or from the city. And you're like, oh, you ever been here? He's like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker. Fuck, stupid.
You?
Bleh.
Yeah.
Bleh.
He's my cousin. I'm like, oh, okay. You
Alright, my fault. My fault.
You got to be
No,
right.
I can't think about that. That's all I can think about.
Becky G, man. My boy right here is crushing.
I can't.
Let her know right now.
Val and I have a great thing. I couldn't be happier. So, I don't know. It's a lot going on, right?
Oh yeah, the dating celebrities is crazy. Like I see, like I always.
But the thing is, it goes back to I think about how dating is gonna be with like the little ones.
Oh, don't scare me. I don't even think about
Like it's a little
it.
more
Like for you, it's like
it's a little more real for you.
that's
right?
like a future. Like by the time Logan dates, there will be flying cars. By the time Mia dates, the iPhone might have 6G. That's very common. Like it might happen in the next couple of years.
I don't know how you're preparing for it, but like
I'm not. So like what I'm doing is I'm just pushing it away. And I'm looking at my daughter's old pictures, like when she was a baby, and I'm like, we're still here.
and she was like, I need the keys to the car. You're like, what? Like, I need the keys to the car.
Bro, my daughter's really old and it's scaring me.
It's so bad.
She's on a play date right now. Her mom's like, I'm like, what is Mia doing today? She's like, oh, she's on a play date.
Yeah.
I felt so tempted to say like, who is he?
Is it a boy or a girl?
But then I'm like, I'm being a lot. I'm doing a lot.
No, you're not.
She's 9.
Put your foot down. She'll show up. Show up unexpectedly. They love that.
My daughter's like, Daddy, what are you doing? Because she loves me, so she wouldn't.
I don't know.
It's the homie.
But I will say that I will try to be my son's best wingman.
That's
Like,
not work.
no, we were at the beach, and he made a friend with a girl, like he always does. Right? He makes a friend. He's talking, yada yada yada, and they're building a sandcastle. So I walked past them, and I had a hat, like a cup, and I walked past Logan. I just boop, dropped the cup right in front of him. Don't say anything. I don't even know him. Just dropped the cup in front of him, and now they have a fucking thing to play with. You know, put my guy up. I'll set you up, Papa. I'll set you the pick. Like in a perfect world, Logan's in college. He's at the bar with his girl. He's at the bar. He's talking to a shorty. I go to the bartender real quick. Be like, yo, that guy, it's on this card. And I just walk away. And Logan buys her drinks all night.
That would be you?
I will do that. I'll take care of my kid.
Nah, that's my son. And we're in college.
I'm going to show up real quick.
And I'm paying for this shit.
I'm going to take care of
I'm
him.
gonna talk to him like, my son, what are you doing?
No.
No, bro. He's already getting caught up in the short term. That's where they get you.
Nah, we'll fight tomorrow.
No.
Nah, we'll live to fight tomorrow.
That's my son.
We'll live to
I'll
fight
grab my
tomorrow.
son like, son, listen.
Nah, we'll fight tomorrow.
That's
why
I gotta give me a son. Cause I'll be like, yo, son, what are you doing? Dad, I really like this girl. How old are you? No, I'm 21.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Son, I'll be like, you know, like you ever seen The Lion King?
Yeah.
Someday everything the sun touches will all be yours.
Yeah.
That's what my son.
That's what your dad did to you.
No, my dad was.
That's
My
you.
dad was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, but he didn't give me that enough. Cause I was like, high school. Wow. But like,
I'm gonna set Logan for success. I don't care where we're at.
no. I want my son to be really like. If I have a son or a daughter, of course me.
Another daughter.
Yeah, if I have another, like me already knows that.
I'm having baby fever, bro.
You're all over the place, but yes.
Yes.
Baby fever is crazy.
You didn't tell me this was gonna happen.
Because you don't, as a man, you don't really get, like, girls get baby fever like at a young age.
Yeah.
Guys get baby fever like at age 28, 20. Like, you see a baby like that baby's man, fucking cute.
Yeah.
And you look away, you're like,
Fuck, the baby's amazing.
not cute.
Yeah.
Like, and like, what's happening to me? Like, I'm just tripping because he has a cute face and he's a baby. He's supposed to be cute.
Yeah.
Well, ignore the thoughts, and then you're like, all right, baseball, like
Baseball, sports,
cute.
something. No,
And he does something really, really manny.
Yeah.
Like he'll grab something and throw it. Like,
This kid is amazing. This
Yes.
is crazy things ever happened.
I see potential.
You didn't prepare me for that. You've prepared me for a lot of things.
Honestly, it hits me. It comes and goes. Like I have baby fever now. I'm like, and I watch the news. Like in the news, a 5-year-old shot somebody. Like I'm good. You know what, man? I'm good with kids. I'm good. I'm off this. I'm off all kids. You see the news.
Yeah, that means some crazy shit.
No lie, the perpetrator of crimes is becoming really young, and it's scaring me.
Like 5-year-old.
Yeah.
5-year-old rides lion out of Bronx Zoo
You're like, I can't.
and terrorizes the Bronx. You're like,
Then you're over here looking at your kid like
wow, can you do that? Can you rob a fucking zoo if you
so
want
it's
to?
like that famous Dave Chappelle quote where he's like, how old is 13 really? Where like you have a 13-year-old doing this, capable of doing this, and you have another 13-year-old that's not capable of doing that. And it's like, in a way, that's the only thing I think it really is a spectrum, age.
Okay.
Because like there's different type of ages. Like you have a 9-year-old and you have a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Sometimes I deal with 9-year-olds and be like, fuck you, suck my dick. And I have to feel with other 9-year-olds and they're really innocent. So it's like,
it's tough. It's also like the upbringing too.
yeah. So it's like, and then I think at a certain age we all just plateau.
Yeah.
It's like when you talk to those people like, oh, I'm really mature for my age, and then eventually we're all the same.
Oh, there was nothing worse than that girl in high school that would be like, I'm 15, but I'm mature. Like I can't. You're so immature. You're so immature. I hate them. I like could not stand those girls. Like, oh Ron, you want to run around and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, because I'm fucking 13. Yes, I do want to do that.
Then her boyfriend that's 27 comes on, picks her up from school. In the Honda Civic with a loud ass fucking speak, a loud ass muffler.
I was like, this is like, whoops.
I'm gonna compete with this.
Forgive me for fucking being 13. I'm sorry.
This man has a whole beard and shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was bad, man.
That's the thing. Like, so
Is that something you had to? So like, I didn't have to deal with that too much in high school.
Well, yes, bro. Like, I remember I talked to one girl and I'm like, well, you know, like, what's up? She was like 16.
Okay.
Her man was like 21, 22. And, you know, people are like, oh, that's not that much in years.
No, that's fucking insane.
You're 16. You're 16 years old, a female.
She was 16 and she was dating a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It gets darker. I'm like, we don't have enough time. That's for the Patreon. if we ever get one. But yeah, it gets dark. And I'm like, I'm over here competing. I'm over here doing my little fits, doing my little dance moves.
And shit.
And this dude is like, legit.
Were girls mean? Were girls mean in your high school? Like, I've never experienced girls like.
Oh no. So I got, you know, like I didn't get bullied. I got bullied like fucking elementary school. Because elementary school I didn't get bullied. Because elementary school is elementary school. Catholic school I got bullied.
Did you really?
Because the motherfuckers are all rich. They're all like pretentious and bougie.
You think so?
Yo, I'm telling you. Like I remember one time, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm just gonna go home and just go on the computer. And I'm like in 6th grade. I'm like, you're not gonna go outside and play?
I can play, yeah.
And they're like, ew. I'm like, what do you mean?
With all the dirt outside?
Yeah, like
germs?
Shit like that. I'm like, what? And then I went to Catholic school for 2 years and a half. And I stopped going my last year because I'm like, my parents would always complain about me because my grades would be horrible.
Yeah.
And then they'll yell at me like, oh, I'm paying so much for school and you're so dumb.
You can fix the TV, but you don't know fucking your phonics. You're like, wow.
So that's what happened. So I went to like my old public school. My public school was mad ghetto. Strip ghetto. This shit was like, but then I went there, and I don't even know what I was like.
But like girls weren't like the thing is like.
Oh no, I got some fucked up shit being said to me. That's why like when people are like, oh, sometimes I hear this shit like, oh, you're good looking. You don't know what it is to be. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. I've been through it all. I have stories for days. I'm telling you, like my life is stories. I can write a novel when I die.
Tampoco, that's good.
I'm telling you, one time some girl, what's the meanest shit you ever heard?
I don't fucking know your.
I laughed though. I thought it was hilarious. Like the girl said it to me, and I started rolling.
Like you tried to hit on a girl, and she said something
negative.
Oh, what happened?
I thought it was so funny.
Well, what happened? You gotta tell us now.
Oh, 100%. So the girl's like, she was like, you look so cute today, randomly.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm like,
thank you.
Okay, thank you. She's like, April Fools, and walked off. I'm like,
that's the meanest thing you've heard.
No, but I forgot what she said it. She said it differently. She really phrased it.
Like she said it in a way that you were like, you think I would tell you?
No, she was just like, fuck it, to get back to me. She was like, oh, you look so cute today. And she was like, no, that's what she said. It wasn't even April Fool. She was like, oh, you look so good today. I'm like, oh,
thank you.
And she was like, psych.
Psych,
you bugging. You bugging. I'm like, I didn't even come up to you. Like, what the fuck? I'm living my own life and you're over here doing this to me. But then afterwards, life, like 360.
She lost a leg.
No, she's in a ditch. No, I'm joking. Shout out to her. She probably has a whole.
Not in a ditch.
But yeah, that happened. And then afterwards, like, I saw the girls, like, used to, like, when I was a kid, I didn't even think they were attractive, but, like, they would give me, like, an awkward eye. Mm-hmm. I saw them again, like, a year and a half after. They were like, oh, my.
Yeah.
They were, like, looking at me, and I was
like... It happens.
But I wasn't mean. I was just like...
enjoy. Do your thing, girl.
And then, And then, but that was mean.
I think that... I don't know. I think girls are, like...
I get bullied.
I just don't know, like... I tell myself Logan will never get bullied. I'm also, like, hit first, hit hard.
Well, if you think that...
I'm also very, very big.
That's why I'm happy I got bullied at a young age. Because, like, by the time I hit high school, people make jokes about me. Grown men. Or in college... Grown men, they're trying to roast me, and I'm like, bruh, I've been hearing from my friends on the block, my elementary school, my
has anyone ever said maybe you were the bully?
Never.
You were the bully.
Never.
No, I'm telling you were the bully.
No. As I got older.
No, I'm like I'm letting you know you were the bully, Oscar. You were the one that made fun of everybody, and then you sugarcoated on top. But, your words hurt.
No. So I used to like, when I made fun of somebody, I would always make fun of people that could take it.
No, but you think everybody can take it. No. That's the problem. You think you're like, oh yeah, your mom died, huh? And then we're just like, come on. You're like, well, he's fine, right? You're fine. Yeah. It's cool, man. Like, it's great. Like,
Nah, he's being a dick. I was never the bully. You know that. I was never the bully. But I
don't know. I just don't know why this came to my brain. But I remember, like,
here we go.
No, like, I remember, like, dude, like, we would go to the movies, right? And, like, we would go to the movies. People would buy stuff, and then, like, maybe somebody brought Chinese food into the movie theater.
That's ghetto. Bro.
And then you would be like, what the fuck? Like, you don't got enough money? And, like, bro, come on, man. Like, he just wants to eat, and, like...
Nah, bro, be real.
Go ahead.
If I'm in the movie theater, watching Spider-Man 3,
okay,
and my man over here is eating General Tso's chicken.
Think
about it. You know, it's dark.
No.
So you have to open up the sweet and sour sauce. That shit's gonna go somewhere. It's not going on me. I'm gonna say something. I don't want to come out. And on top of that, bro, we all paid $12 for popcorn. Pay with me. You're not gonna fucking skip the line, bro. We all in the struggle together.
Bro,
Man.
So you're just like not about bringing food into the movie.
No. If we all broke, we broke together.
Okay.
I'm over here struggling, trying to buy these nachos, and you're over here trying to like fucking, shortcut and buy General Tso's chicken
for $5.50
with chicken wings for $5.50. Nah, brother, we're gonna struggle together, or not eat at all.
Did I tell you like I went to the movies with Val?
Yeah.
And dog, she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, well buy food. She's like, no, I want food. I'm like, okay. So we go to the supermarket, right? They make sushi for her. We took sushi into the movie theater.
What movie is this?
This was at Atlas.
Oh, well.
Bro, and I told her.
Hello? Yeah, how's someone that bought sushi?
Bro, I told her.
Nah, that's ghetto.
I was like,
that's ghetto.
Or how about this? Here's
That's ghetto.
No, so it's very bad, right?
That's ghetto.
Everybody was like, that's okay. Let her eat. Like, it's okay. I was like, that's crazy.
She's a queen. Let her eat, queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Queen.
Oh, that's crazy.
The reason why is because, like, it's so embarrassing when, like, you actually have that dude that works in the movie theater that really wants to go hard about his job.
Yeah.
With a flashlight. He's like,
yo,
we don't sell sushi, sweetheart. Where'd you get the sushi? And you're like, I bought it in. No food permitted. Give me a ticket. You gotta get out. Now.
Imagine.
You're over here looking broke. Now she's like, your man couldn't buy you. And you're like, oh.
No, that wasn't it. Because she wanted sushi. I was like, no, she wanted sushi. Like, I'll buy it. It's fine.
You can't tell me, oh, well, I'll buy the closest thing you have. That doesn't work like that.
I know, bro. Or like, how about this one?
You never been there before? What if some dude comes in there eating steaming salmon? And that shit smells up and you come out smelling like a fish
salmon,
market.
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay. That's why they do that.
I guess
they're
you're right.
trying to prevent the smells.
Yeah. What about
That's
this?
why I did that. My boy's eating General Tso's chicken. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to smell like that shit, bro.
How about this? What about the times where it's like, how do you feel about this?
Okay.
You go into like a.
I'm all about equality.
How about this? You go into
Listen,
you go into a CVS. You're dying of thirst. You go grab a bottle of water. You take it. You drink it, and then you go and you pay for it. You drink it before you pay for it, or you drink it after you pay for it.
So.
Like, can you open a bottle of water in a CVS?
When you got it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That means you know your money's gonna clear. Like you're not even tripping.
Yeah. Well, it's a bottle of water.
Exactly. Like, and they're like, oh, you have to pay for that, sweetheart.
You're good.
Almost.
I was.
Tap, I can insert it, whatever you want to do.
I was always.
I got it. What you need? What you need?
I was always taught that you can't do that.
You can't. But as you get older, you start getting cocky with your money. That's just a sign of like wealth. Where you're like, you pay for that? Look, it's not that serious. It's water. It's $1. Let's be real right now. And they're like, you have to pay for that. Really? Really? You have a.
All right, you need it more than I do. You need it more than I do.
Yo, Apple Card, Apple shit is ultimate flex. Now you just be like this.
Oh yeah, you know, I got it.
You be dropping that shit on the scanner.
Yo, I can't, like, I go get my coffee in the morning. I go to my cafe. And just be, oh yeah, banana bread, that. All right, I'm gonna take.
Well, like, Apple Card be feeling like the money's free. And it's not.
It's not.
It's not. This shit makes it feel like the money's unlimited.
You're good.
Like you're playing Sims with the fucking cheat code or like Grand Theft Auto. Nah, it hits.
Oh, it's bad.
Eventually it hits. You're like,
fuck.
Oh, it's 2%. The worst when you go to a restaurant and you forget to bring your card because you're so fucking
Apple, yeah,
conditioned.
That's
to
like something
Apple
with
Pay,
my parents or like
you be like
older people.
The bill comes like, and they're like, it doesn't work.
Most of them
like,
take.
what do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah,
and they're like, yeah, we don't have it. Like, what do you have? You have electricity? 2022. You need Apple Pay. Yo, that's it. That's a one thing to like all people. And everything we can end it off with this.
Go for it.
Tipping. Not everything deserves a tip.
Bro, tipping has gotten extreme, dog.
When you see a spot with a little iPad,
yep.
Oh, just get out cash. Take out cash.
Don't even bother.
They're about to charge you. You're about to leave for a muffin, $20 in.
Bro, it's so bad. It starts at 20%. And you're like, what? Didn't like your parents teach you
And
like...
they make you feel bad. If you want a custom tip, press here. And then they have to make you do your math.
Like,
See, I don't know math. What's 5%? And it's like you go into like...
no, it's
like,
bad.
You ever go to
it's
Chip,
bad.
that spot? Chip City?
Cookie Chip, yep. I've
You
been
go,
there.
you go in that bitch. You get like, oh, let me get the chocolate chip. And the lady, all the lady does is this. And she's like, how you want to pay? We don't take cash. I only have one option.
Okay.
You hit them with the card.
Cool.
The tip.
20%.
$6. 20% tip. 37. Yo.
I bought 3 cookies.
Yeah, I did math.
Yeah.
I know that's not how math. The math ain't math.
They be wildin', bro. Tips are bad.
Then you
bro.
do it, and you want to look like a man. You want to like, or you want to like, like you got it in life. You're not struggling. And then afterwards, you go in your car and you're like,
wow.
what's that
We're like, well, I'm gonna be eating ice and water for the next 3 meals.
The other day I went to a diner, bro. A diner.
Oh, diners are bad, bro. I could talk this.
They gave me the worst chicken Caesar salad wrap. I was with my girl, my daughter, and usually I don't complain about the price.
You're not one about that, yeah.
And I told my girl like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. She's like, how was the food? I'm like, the food was trash. She's like, well, I'm pretty sure the price was really good. I'm like, nah, I just paid $80. And she's like, what?
Oh yeah.
She wanted to fight for me. I'm like, there's no fight. Like they already.
We gotta take this out.
And I'm like, and she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, and I had to pay like $20 more for this.
I went out to dinner.
Shit hurt, and the shit was nasty, bro.
Oh yeah.
So whenever you see an iPad in front, take out cash.
Bro, that's the way to do it. Well, team, we talked a lot of financials today, which is a lot of fun. We appreciate the support.
Man,
We're all kids, financials, all
take them to Five Below. Take your kids to Five Below. I would say as long as you can, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because like
they love
kids
it.
play with toys, they break them apart, and
it.
that's it. It's over.
That happened to me. Logan got a prize pack thing. He got this dinosaur. He's like, I love this dinosaur. He popped, and he was like, oh, and just moved on to the next one. I was like, okay, never again.
Literally in my house, there's a room, probably like 400 square feet of just toys.
Yep.
A graveyard of toys me only played with once.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I love this toy. She'll pick it up for a day again, and like relive the memory of opening it, and that's it. My daughter at one point thought she was a YouTuber, and used to like me buying her toys so she could unbox it.
She made unboxing videos?
No.
Oh.
I was the video camera. Like, oh, Daddy, look, I bought this toy. I opened the box. It smells so good. Does it smell like that, Dad? And I'm like, okay, sweetheart. And then she would open it. She's like, look.
It has this.
I'm done. And then she'll run upstairs and grab her iPad. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Yeah, she used to cry like, oh, my friends have this. Now my daughter's getting into fashion. Exactly. And, you know, she goes to school in Long Island, so all these kids want white Air Forces, Vans, and all them, you know. She's like, Dad, I want white Air Forces. I'm like, oh, shit.
You gotta buy them, bro. Why you not gonna buy them?
You know, we gotta shrink them feet. No, I'm joking. Okay. But like, you know, Air Force Ones now, like when we were kids, cost 80.
Yeah.
80, 90. Yeah. And if you go to the deli down the block, 60, 50. You know,
wait, what?
Yeah.
Did I tell you? Hang on.
You never had fake Air Force Ones?
No.
Never in your life?
No.
That you think?
I don't know. I bought all my parents bought me everything for Locker.
But where?
For Locker.
No, bro. There's spots where like literally that people be like, oh, these shits are real. Literally, people on the block that you don't even know about.
Maybe.
You know about them, but they didn't tell you this.
How about this? I'll tell you this.
I asked them, where you get your Air Force Ones? Like, oh, I'll go down this block. I'll get them.
Yeah, so I think, here's this.
Fake.
No, we can keep on going. So, by the way, so if you're watching at YouTube, on this point, we have our studio. We got cut off. So the audio is going to stop. But here's a great part about it. No one's got the studio after us, so we can keep talking to you guys.
For the Patreon.
For the Patreon, this is the extra stuff. So if you're here for this is the extra stuff. My dad.
Yeah, darling.
I love my dad. That man's a character. He tries to stay as hip as he can. And the way he does that is with sneakers. So he sees my brother and I with Jordans and Yeezys and shit like that. So he buys Yeezys, but he buys fake Yeezys. Because he's like, I'm not going to pay X amount of dollars. So like, he buys fake Yeezys from the fucking supermarket. So he came in the other day. He
Whenever
was like,
you buy produce with your sneakers,
it's just cut.
It's cut. That's it. It's over.
He came in
Let me get a steak. Let me get them Jordans right there. Yeah, them Jordans right there now.
He came in the other day. He was like, you know, I got it. And he just I was like, yo, those are fire, bro. Good shit. And I was like, you got it, Dad. Like, you've got it. Like, you're fine.
So, you know, when I was a kid, my mom used to buy me Jordans. Like, every now and then, it'd be my birthday, she's like, I want to buy you Jordans. She'd buy me, like, some cheap, like, Team Jordans.
Oh.
No lie.
All right, time out. Before, I hate to cut you off. I'll never forget this. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
I go to Foot Locker. My mom was like, whatever you want. picked a pair of 13. She's like, that's crazy. I'm not paying that much money for sneakers. So I got a pair of Team Jordans. Baby blue and white. I was so excited to come home and show it to you guys. So I came, you come home, you go inside, you put on an outfit, you come outside. I got outside, I sat down, and y'all were like, what the fuck is that?
Not me.
Yes. Oh, that's good.
No,
It was all of you guys. You're like, yo, you're wet.
Shit.
And like somebody was like, I know it's your birthday. They didn't get you that right. I was like,
That was not me.
nah.
That was not
No,
me.
these are cool, man. These are my workout sneakers.
That was not me.
They're like good because like you can't go to school with those, bro.
Yeah, I would say that comment. Cause I always look out for people. I always look out, like, listen, between me and you, like I'm always that type of person. Cause I learned my mistakes. I learned
What's the worst pair of sneakers you ever had? That you were like that you rocked.
Bro, I
them?
had Air Monarchs before it became funny.
Bro.
Before it was like the dad shoe to get, I had Air Monarchs because my pops like, "Te voy a comprar un tenis bueno, muy bueno." I'm like, alright, cool. So my dad bought me these Air Monarchs, the real ones, like the people make memes about. She was navy blue and white with the silver thing, and I wore them to school. And I thought they were fire. I'm like, 'cause I knew about sneakers, but I genuinely like design. I guess it was like a foreshadowing. I guess I knew I was gonna be a dad before I was a dad.
Okay.
I thought them shits were fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I know about Jordans and like Air Force Ones, but I'm like, I like the design. So I'm like, this is fire. I like these sneakers.
And you
I
walked
wore
to
them
school.
to school. They're like, what the fuck is that? then I got like the Jay-Z sneakers.
Okay.
So people don't forget that Jay-Z actually had a
He
sneaker.
did for a while.
And I wore them shits and like, oh shit, my boy Oscar got the Air Force.
Nope. What the
What the
fuck?
fuck is that? I'm like, Jay-Z sneakers. Like, bro,
Nah, we ain't doing that. over
Jay-Z
here.
didn't play basketball.
Nah, stop it.
There you go. So I got my ass cut about that.
Bro,
And then
I had a
that's
pair-
why, like, as
Bro.
I got older, I'm like, let me
Let
get
me
going.
do it. You know, but it's like a thing. You
I
go-
died for these things. I laid on that cross.
No, because you would go to the store with your parents, and they would be like, "Oh, these are great. Buy these," and you would buy them. And eventually, you got to cut that umbilical cord. You're like, you know what? I got it. I'll do this. I remember the first time I got the leash off. They were like, "Yeah, Ron, you know what? Here's the money. Go buy your sneaker." I went there. I bought a pair of K-Swisses. Right? Wait. I got a pair of K-Swisses that had a little rim on it, and it would spin. And I it was a pair of sneakers and a spinner.
I know I wasn't there for that one. I would have called you. I was like, yo, brother.
So I thought that was the most elite thing in the world. The cases with the spinner, and then I had the belt that was also a spinner. Bro, you couldn't tell me nothing, dog.
Cringe.
I would, cause we wore uniforms, so they would tell us like, yo, dress down day, K-Swisses,
I was dressed down there.
jean shorts days all the way to my ankles with the belt buckle, white tee belt buckle tucked in with the spinner.
You know what's good? I remember dress down. Dress down there, you have to like pay. I don't know if your school did that. You have to pay like $5 more.
What?
Yeah, my school used to be like for the Catholic school I went to for 2 years. They made you pay $5
Okay.
and you had dress down day.
Okay.
But they'll give you like $5 for the pizza. They'll give you like one slice.
Okay.
And you get to dress your best outfit. And I'll go to TJ Maxx and I'll look for everything double my size. I'm like a medium. I'll get shit double XL.
Yeah.
So I had shit mad baggy, and I would walk around like holding
You
shit
can't
up.
tell.
Because, it wasn't cool to wear a belt. Now, looking back, it's just ridiculous. But I remember all the cool kids would run around like holding and shit.
With hand
So I'm
in.
like, oh shit, I do the same thing.
I'm lit.
And this is part of the process. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be holding up. We're supposed to be holding on.
I was wearing extra large, and I was $120 max, and I was.
And the cool part was too, I forgot, is like, it had to look like your sneakers were like the jeans would like, you would step on your sneakers a lot.
Oh yeah, on the
You
back.
had to have that
on the back, the
hole.
little hole on the
That
back.
That means that shit had time on. Like, you were gangster as shit. Like, you walk around, Fat Farm, whatever. And then,
Oh my god, all the
then,
food.
it's
Echo
like,
Unlimited.
it was like this. Like, it was like a finger snap.
Skinny.
Tight clothes.
Skinny.
You gotta get super skinnies.
And
You forget about that. It was $60 for the super skinnies. And this shit was
yeah.
tight as fuck. I remember one time, I had a ponytail and I had super skinnies on.
People forget.
And one of my boys was like, "Yo, no, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your ass kind of fat on the bus." Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm like, yo. I remember I'll get on the bus and some dudes would look at me. They go like this, like,
Damn, bro.
our generation was like the ones to bring in skinnies.
Yeah.
So we were like ostracized. Like,
Yeah, it was
we
bad.
were taboo. People look at us like, oh, these kids are like on something. Like,
Yeah,
they're
for
weird.
sure.
Because you had the generation before us, like a year before us, they're like, I'm not doing skinnies.
Nah.
and after us, they didn't know what skinnies
Lil
were.
Wayne came out.
You were
right
like,
yeah. Yep.
Shout out
It
to
was
Lil
like,
Wayne and
listen,
Joe.
skinny jeans with the fitted, flat, can't bend it.
Flat as fuck.
Flat. You had either a shape up or the ponytail, and you were there. You were out there. Your shirt had I will say, I don't give credit a lot, but you were like, Ron, if you're going to wear a shirt, make sure to match it with your sneaker.
Bro, I don't know. I used to just be chatting, bro.
No. You were good at it.
I used to be like, hey. And then I hit high school. I'm like, then I hit college, literally. Once I hit college.
You stopped caring.
Literally, people don't believe me. I stopped caring about dressing like at 18.
Yeah, for sure.
One time I saw, I think it was you. I'm like, yo, Ronald, can you lend me a backpack? It was like the first day of school.
Oh, yeah.
Sophomore year. And Ronald's like, you need a backpack? I'm like, yeah, I don't have a backpack. I don't have school today. You let me like a fucking slingshot. I wore it, and I came to. You were wearing like a nice outfit. It was your first day, and I was wearing like.
No, I was probably.
I think I was wearing like
something,
fucking boat shoes, a polo, and jeans, and I looked like shit. And you were just like, damn, this is school now. I'm like, yeah, bro, they don't care.
Yeah.
I remember my first day of school. I came in fly as fuck. I wore
college, yeah.
I wore some Air Jordan 9s, nice cargo shorts, shape up, and no girl like looked at me. I'm like,
you're like, I'm doing something wrong.
What's happening?
I'm hitting all the buttons.
I had accessories. I had fucking bracelets, and I saw no girl like breaking her neck. And I'm like, and I saw kids like older guys, wearing pajamas and shit. I'm like, okay,
It's bad, man.
And then I remember the year before that, Roto came to Roto. I remember his first week of school. He came in fly, and then afterwards he stopped getting haircuts, and I'm like, oh,
something's different here.
Something
doesn't add like the other.
No one cares anymore. That's why.
College you don't care. I think college is that. The beauty of college is like you learn that like you can dress nice, like maybe to the bar and stuff, but it's like you can't really like it's not that serious.
Yeah. If
you're a good person, you can talk. You'll be okay.
I think college is when you get to find yourself.
Oh yeah.
And people are like, oh yeah, find yourself. Like, yeah, wow. No. You actually get to be like, you're away from colleges, you're away from like, the peer pressures and like societal norms, and you get to like if you used to like Sum 41, you can listen to it again.
Oh, no one cares.
It don't matter.
No one cares.
No one cares about anything.
If anything, girls would be like, oh, that's hot.
The fact that you're different is different. Yeah, they like that shit. The fact that you're like always into the scene. Like I treated John Jay as a commuter school. I know you did. I used to hang out a little bit because of the campus and all that, because you're on the team.
And baseball, yeah.
I used to go in and go out, so people didn't like. I see people all the time like, you went to John Jay? I'm like, yeah, I went this year to this year. Like, I never saw you, and I'm like,
because I wasn't there.
You wouldn't see me.
I was there for 4 hours and I was gone.
Yeah, I would literally pick classes. I would like you would come in and then you would be out.
Yeah.
I took a gym class. I think I went there twice.
I told you my gym class, right? I walked in and he's like, you're on the baseball team, right? Ron? I was like, yeah. He's like, don't ever come back. He was like, don't ever. He's like, you should be hitting at this time. I was like, okay. And I left and ate.
Yeah, I remember.
The best.
I went and he was like, yo, you're struggling. I went back again. He's like, you're good now. And he's like, you're struggling. I came back. You're good now. And that's it. And I got it. But I paid, which is a scam. College is a scam.
Oh, yeah.
I paid like $500 for that class.
I think, let's end on this, right? I forget, like, everyone's like, our parents, right?
Yeah.
Hispanic parents are like, hey, go to college, get your education. It's so important.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that matters after college is to get the degree. Once you get the degree, nothing else matters.
It's more like, I would say the degree is like a stamp.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this person's not an idiot. They can do things, right?
I think college is more about like, it's like work almost. Like, what's your work experience? I don't have much. Okay, well, you have college. And it shows that you're stable.
Yeah.
You could maintain a bill.
Yeah.
And that...
you have some sort of discipline in your life.
Yes.
Because what you learn, with the exception of like, unless you're going to be like a fucking astrophysic, right? Or doing things that like, dog, it can all be taught in the real world. Like, it can all be taught in the real world.
And like, once you write your paper, they're like, all right, this guy knows how to like articulate somewhat.
He can speak a little bit. Yeah. He doesn't just wear 9s on the first day of school.
All the time. Like, go to college. Like, people are like, oh, college. Well, I can't even get. We could go into. I could go off.
College is important. No. You have to do it. It's just a trial by fire. Go there, do it.
I also think like, instead of like we're the generation where everybody went to college, and that's why you have a lot of people with bachelors and masters working at McDonald's. Because like everyone, our age was like you needed a bachelor's. You needed. That was it. Like, oh, you have associates. Oh, that's cute. You needed your bachelor's.
You need a bachelor's, yeah.
Now you have a society of people. Everyone got their bachelor's in whatever they got, English,
whatever,
criminal justice. I think you got to find your calling, and unfortunately, because I'm gonna get into it, but like economic background and shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't have time away from because we started high school into college.
Right.
You don't have that break to really find out what you really enjoy and what you want to pursue. Whereas other people
Like,
had that time.
were your parents like? Was college always like a?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's part of it.
When I was like 3 years old, my parents were like, "You gotta go to college." And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"What do you mean?" Like, yeah, college is it's like.
It's part of it. Like, it's like, oh, you're gonna go to high school, then go to college. Like,
And I'm
you
like,
go to
well,
middle
what,
school.
well, what about college? Like, no, you're going. There's no
Yeah.
if or but. You're
That's
going
right.
to college.
That's so. Like, and
So I couldn't like. You're literally trying to figure out what I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
And then now that you're 31, you're like, I'm here, but who knows? I think I might have been good in this.
I could have been a chef.
I like cooking. I think like throw me. I'd be adding adobo, garlic, ajo. But you know what I'm saying? Like I like city planning. Like I like shit like that. And like you don't know about that because you're not as a kid. They don't tell you that.
Just
Kids,
go.
literally, high schools they just prepare you to take tests in New York City. They prepare you to be quiet. Because I remember I got like a 90 and I never did homework in high school. I got one class. I had a 90. I never did homework and all I did was show up.
Yeah.
And because of that, teacher's like, I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah, I got you.
And as a kid, I'm like, I'm smart. No, you're not smart.
No.
He just liked the fact that you didn't give him no issues.
Yeah.
So, and I tell people all the time, in my 4 years in high school, I learned more through Wikipedia and Google than I did it by actual teachers. I know nothing a teacher taught me in high school.
That's crazy.
And that's 4 years. That's from I'm not sure my age. But they didn't teach me shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and I would pass tests. And the reason I would pass is like, oh, I have a test coming up. I'll Google the subject and I'll read.
Yeah.
College was the first time in a while I got challenged. I had an English teacher my first year.
Yeah.
And he's like, try to write a paper without pronouns.
Yikes.
And I'm like, bro, I all my sentences are run-on sentences. All run-on.
No commas.
I used to have no commas, no periods.
Yeah.
And my teacher's like, my first paper, he gave me like a fucking like F+. The worst paper of my life. And he's like, you have all run-ons, no periods, no commas, no breaks. And he's like, all you use is pronouns. Like he, she, I like.
He ate there because he was cool and he liked it.
I think, I like. He's like, stop writing that shit. Like, you don't sound. It's like a life hack.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't sound like you know what you're talking about. I think isn't real. Like, you have to say, I know.
Yeah.
It has to be confirmations. I'm like, bro, this guy's like.
He gets
then
it.
Then I heard, I remember in the syllabus, he was like, yeah, I backpacked for 5 years of my life through South America. I'm like, oh, this dude's probably out here getting tail for 5 years of his life.
Oh, we'll leave on this. There was that story on John J. Dog.
I had that teacher. I know you're talking about the white dude.
Uh-huh.
No lie, his class was fire.
Yeah.
Kind of, until he made me go to the South Bronx and collect needles. Yeah, and go to like a fucking rehab clinic. He did make me do that. Yeah. He's like, all right. You tell the story, I'll tell you my backstory.
No, there was a professor at John Jay who found out he was fucking dealing weed to the kids, right, in his office, and he was like, oh, like, we're gonna go on a vacation, we're all gonna have sex and do all this shit. I never had him.
He didn't do that to us. All he did was like, he's like, listen, guys, people take drugs, people smoke. It's like a class about drug use.
Yeah.
So then he taught us about drugs. We had to write a paper.
Yeah.
It was Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Bruh, I was 20.
Yeah, you know
what do you think I was doing at set? Bro, I used to come in that bitch.
Yeah.
Hungover.
That's tough.
Hungover, or I'll come into that job, like come into that.
That's class. That's bad.
Just like this, like. But then he said some real shit. He shows some documentaries, and then one time he's like, "All right, guys, we have to go to the Bronx."
Yeah.
All the way to the South Bronx, and he made us collect needles on the railroad tracks.
Oh my god.
This is like real life stuff. He made us collect real track, and then he made us go to like a methadone clinic and talk to users. And I remember one user like fixated on my face. And he just kept talking. He was like, it was like a group of 9 of us. He just kept talking to me. Like, if you use methadone, you gotta do this. Meth will kill you. And I'm like, bro, I think he thinks like I'm
a meth person.
He was a gang member. He was like a former Latin King.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of it. I think he thinks I look one of it like his former rivals.
Oh my god.
And I'm just looking at him like, I'm just doing this, my best.
Yeah, you got it. Now you got it.
He just kept like.
One of the scariest things I ever had was that Obama job I had selling phones. So they would make us go to shelters and stuff like that. So I was there, my table set up. They're like, hey, the guy's here selling phones. So the guy came to me. He was like, what do you need to get a free phone? I was like, oh, just got to give me your benefit or your ID card. He's like, okay, I'll be right back. He comes back from his cot. He gives me his arm. His arm he's bleeding from his arm because of the needles he just shot up. He's like, do you need this? And I was like, I need these $5 more than whatever. I was like, I won't touch your card, just read it to me.
That's the thing, bro. Like the Bronx, shout out to y'all, man.
I lived there 2 years.
Great place, man.
2 years, never forget.
But I remember they had me right in the middle, and then on top of that, he's like, guys, a little experiment. I'm gonna put you guys in the cells. in the precinct.
I would cry.
He made us walk into the precinct and like actually get inside the cells, and he would close it. And he's like, that's what these addicts go through. And I'm like, at this time it was like 2 p.m. on Saturday in December, and I'm like,
this is the worst thing ever.
Why'd I pay for this? Because, in college you pay for these classes.
Yeah.
That was one of the classes where I'm like, bro. But other than then later on in life, I find out this guy was
a psychopath.
Yeah, he was out here sending nudes.
He was wild in the gym.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him like shirtless. He's like, I paid this guy $2,000 for school, and this guy was out here sending nudes like on his breaks.
He used to give so much money to the baseball team. All right, team, we love you. Thank you so much for a great episode. We appreciate all the support.
So 5, yo guys, thank you.
We're about to be at 9K.
This is like video only, right? So guys, thank you. 9K, and my goal is 10K. Our goal is 10K.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the tidbits and like all the comments. And it's been a fun ride, man. You're making it seem like we're never doing this again. I'm probably
no, we are. But I'm saying like the looking back, like we used to like, man, we got like 2 plays and we're like, yo, we gotta capitalize on those 2 plays. Who did we find those 2 plays? Yeah, like we're still like that now. We're still like
for sure.
We psychoanalyze everything in terms of like
we're pretty bad at it.
In terms of like support, we love that shit. We love like to know where like the shit and where we fucked up at. Like, oh, this video got this, and
we fix it. That's why. Why do you think you see both of us now on your screen? Because you told us that. Hey, the audio. We don't use headphones anymore. What's all this other stuff? We're here, team. We appreciate it. Thank you.
The best podcast, I think. I personally think so.
We're the best.
I hear all the shits, man. I don't want to beef.
I will say this. I will say. I've had people come to me and be like, hey, Ron, you know what's crazy? I've listened to other podcasts of like big famous people. And they're like, they suck. They're like, they're not good. Like, they don't know how to, they have no banter. I'm like, yeah, because Oscar was telling me, hey, don't go to school in those fucking Jordans in 3rd grade.
It's true. But I'll say this. Like I'll be honest, I listen to podcasts. People are like, I die by this podcast. I listen to them like, what is the...
Where's the banter?
What's the appeal? And I'm like, I listen to our shit. I'm like, this shit is great.
We got this.
Like, how is this shit not like big? But whatever it is.
Yo, I will say this.
Like we're like average. Like we don't try and be super like hero gangsters. We don't try and be
I will say Apple.
Like we can talk shit, but we don't do. Like, very humble. I'm not saying like we're not, but like we have stories.
Oh yeah.
We could go there, but obviously because of our careers and like our situations in our life and like we have children. We have things like our kid might grow up one day and be like, Dad, I YouTube your name. That's my biggest fear.
Oh,
that's gonna happen like in 4 years.
What happens when they're like, hey, like,
Dad, I saw you talking.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. When Logan's like, I'm like, here you go.
My daughter already knows.
You know what Logan goes to school and it's like, oh, my dad has a TV show, and I was like, the teacher's like, you have a TV show? I was like, I have a podcast.
That's what I'm scared of because my daughter knows I have a podcast.
Yeah.
And she saw me on TikTok. She's like, Dad, I saw you. I'm like, sweetheart, no, you didn't. She's like, Dad, I'm not stupid. I saw your face. You have a YouTube channel. And she sees like the cup you got me. As if I was nobody's like, Dad, I know you have a podcast. And she's like, what's it about? What do you talk about? So I'm scared it's that day.
She knows it. There's no.
Because she be finding shit. The other day she was like, we went to a place and I know the address. And she's like, Dad, I want to go there again. I'm like, sweetheart, I don't know where it is. She's
got you.
She's like, Dad, the cross street was bang, 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 bang. And I'm like,
oh my God,
who are you? And give me back my daughter. This is scary. She knows everything, bro. My daughter's a fucking... I love you to death. She knows everything. It's scary.
Love you, team. We'll see you next time. See ya.